More Americans are relying on credit cards. That could be very costly. Interest rates on credit cards are so high these days that consumers with a $5,000 credit card balance could pay an extra $1,000 in interest throughout the span of a year, according to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The Fed has been forcefully raising loan fees this year in a bid to return expansion to normal, and it has flagged that it's not anywhere near finished. Simultaneously, as the CFPB noticed, a few families are depending more on MasterCards to stay aware of the significant expense of living. In the coming months, considerably more individuals might go to their credit cards, as expanding costs for necessities like food and gas overturn their spending plans, the BuyerGuard office wrote in a blog entry on Friday. In any case, this getting includes some significant downfalls. With the present loan costs, an individual with a $5,000 credit card balance could pay an extra $1,000 in interest over the course of a year. More than 175 million Americans have at least one credit card, and about half of active accounts carry a balance, according to the CFPB. As per the CFPB, credit card interest rates have increased despite a stable share of riskier subprime cardholders, generally low prime rates and falling charge-off rates, a proportion of records thought about uncollectible after outrageous misconduct. The excellent rate is the financing cost banks charge their most grounded corporate clients, and it fills in as a benchmark for purchaser credits. The CFPB found that last year, the spread between the excellent rate and the typical yearly rate APR on credit cards was at record highs, even as genuine wrongdoings and defaults tumbled to record lows. Before the incomparable downturn, charge-off rates and credit card margins used to move in tandem, the CFPB said. But then, as the economy recovered, credit card companies did not decrease their prices accordingly, despite seemingly lower risk of default, the CFPB said. During the coronavirus pandemic, guarantors' edges and charge-off rates separated much further. In a probable indication of harder examination to come, the CFPB got down on the fact that it is so costly to get by means of a credit card, despite the fact that buyers are, overall, staying aware of their month-to-month charges. The Purchaser Guard office depicted this as an evident confuse and proposed the high rates might assist with making sense of the charge card industry's outsized benefits. The CFPB said it intends to concentrate on whether hostile to cutthroat practices in an industry overwhelmed by a couple of central participants have lifted corporate benefits to the detriment of cardholders, or on the other hand, on the off chance that this can be made sense of by the prominence of remunerations programs. In an explanation, a representative for the American Bankers Association, an industry trade group, blamed the CFPB for upsetting pattern of singling out data and illustrating the energetic and profoundly cutthroat charge card market. The ABA noticed that a close record portion of cardholders are taking care of their equilibrium in full as of late, staying away from interest charges. Americans esteem the accommodation, well-being and security they get from their credit cards, and they additionally value the straightforwardness of visa evaluating, which is commanded by the public authority, the ABA representative said. As the economy develops, card backers will work with their clients to assist them with exploring the vulnerabilities ahead, similarly as during the pandemic and earlier times of monetary pressure. We view this danger by the CFPB in a serious way, Yaret Seiberg, examiner at Cowen Washington Exploration Gathering, wrote in a note to clients on Monday. Seiberg noticed that despite the fact that the CFPB doesn't have the power to cover loan costs, the organization has actually involved public tension in the past to convince banks to change their policies. Banks might find it preferable to cut financing costs over participate in a public battle with the office, Seiberg said.